Like, when I think of the title of her show, I'm like, is that what your victims be saying? Carisha, please? $250,000 a month to do strange at will. You couldn't wait for Cassie to run. You couldn't wait to be in Cassie's shoes. Carisha, please.
Okay, so imagine waking up one morning and realizing your name is trending again. Not for music, not for a hit verse, not for a viral moment you can control, but because your face, your voice, your past, and your private moments are suddenly part of a Netflix documentary you never agreed to be in. And not just any documentary, one tied to 50 Cent, one tied to Diddy, one tied to allegations so heavy they're shaking the entire industry. Yeah, that's exactly where Young Miami found herself. Because just when people thought the drama couldn't get any deeper, couldn't get any messier, here comes another twist nobody expected.
How many rounds you be going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know them.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
I'm
what's the
asking for the people.
Young Miami is reportedly suing 50 Cent, claiming he used her footage in his Netflix documentary without her permission. And listen, this isn't just about footage. This is about control, reputation, survival, and a woman trying to stop the internet from rewriting her story in real time. Social media exploded instantly. Some people cheered her on, saying she has every right to protect her image. Others dragged her, saying, if you didn't want the smoke, why were you near the fire? And just like that, Young Miami is once again at the center of a storm she says she didn't create, but now has to fight.
To bring across.
Wait, the Tusi.
Yeah, the Tusi. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my drug guy. Because I wanted to be informed, because people was calling Tusi this, calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was. So I talked to my drug guy, and my drug guy filled me in. And then it made perfect sense. Tusi.
Talk to him.
Drugs with Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Drugs education.
101.
So Tusi is the coke, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. I ain't even gonna believe. Like, it's wild. Like, this Tusi shit. Now I see how Young Miami can take all that pressure. She on the Tusi.
But to really understand why this lawsuit matters, why it even got this far, we have to rewind. Way back before documentaries, before court filings, before the headlines turned dark. Back when Young Miami was just Carisha, a girl from Miami trying to make it out, trying to feed her kids, trying to turn pain into power. Young Miami didn't come from privilege. Her story was never neat or easy. She came up through struggle, loss, and responsibility way too young. She spoken openly about becoming a mother early, about hustling not for luxury, but for survival. Music wasn't just a dream for her, it was an escape route. When City Girls blew up, it felt like a victory not just for her, but for women who saw themselves in her rawness. She didn't clean herself up for the industry. She didn't pretend to be perfect. She was loud, flawed, funny, sexual, vulnerable, all at once, and fans loved her for that.
I can't say it.
You got to.
It say take a shower. If you like golden showers, I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere, you like it?
I just like it.
You do? Freak of the week, huh? So you say take a shot. You say take a shot? Oh, we need a shot.
I take a shot.
You like golden shower?
I do.
But like peeing on you?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just do something.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, one more thing. I need something a little. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had a golden shower.
I did.
Did you? I've never had a golden shower. Like, I've given one. Oh, is that the same thing as squirting or?
Yeah, they say that. I don't know, but I don't had to go to shower and I like it.
I give them.
But fame has a way of opening doors that come with traps attached. And when Young Miami became linked to Diddy, everything changed. At first, it looked glamorous. Private jets, lavish gifts, public appearances that screamed power couple energy. She smiled, she laughed, she stood beside one of the most influential men in hip-hop like she belonged there. But whispers followed her everywhere. People questioned the relationship, they questioned her role, they questioned what she knew, what she saw, and what she may have ignored. And even when she tried to brush it off, even when she said she was unbothered, the internet never let it go. Fast forward to now, Diddy's name is drowning in allegations, lawsuits, accusations, stories so disturbing they feel unreal. And right in the middle of all that chaos comes a Netflix documentary executive produced by 50 Cent, a man known not just for business, but for beef, a man who doesn't miss an opportunity to apply pressure.
Young Miami put out a tweet a while back and basically was into it with, I guess, one of Diddy's other women. And she basically said, if I wanted you to eat my cat, Diddy would have had you on your knees by now. Do you think that that was really like her telling on herself before she knew things were gonna hit the fan?
No, I think that was her being herself because she's a dumb.
Damn.
I think she was just telling the truth because it's almost as rough as Nicki Minaj with females out here. I hear she lace front all the time. Snatching up and throwing them in her nasty ass twat. Like when I think of the title of her show, I'm like, is that what your victims be saying? Carisha, please?
Oh, man. Damn. Okay.
Please, Carisha, stop, Carisha, please.
So you're saying that Carisha is...
She's a predator no different than Nicki Minaj. She likes that shit. That turns her on. Wild bitch. And her in the sexy red and the Sukianas and all this shit. The saucy Santanas. The whole fucking lot of them. Got sadist. I know a Punisher when I see one. Shit. I was a Punisher one time in my life. You know, it takes one to know one. And I used to be hard on. But these bitches, they doing shit I wouldn't do.
The documentary dives into the allegations surrounding Diddy, his empire, and the people connected to him. And according to Young Miami, that includes footage of her, footage she says was used without her consent. No permission, no clearance, no say in how she was portrayed. And here's where it gets personal, because in a moment like this, context is everything. When footage is dropped into a documentary like that, it doesn't come with protection. It doesn't come with nuance. Viewers don't see your full story. They see clips, expressions, moments, and they draw conclusions.
That Young Miami may be really, really upset about this Diddy documentary. Why? Because there was a scene in a Diddy documentary that the producers referred to her as Diddy's girlfriend, and it wasn't Miami on the phone. Y'all, sit down. And people are saying Miami is heated because she thought she knew about all of Diddy's girls and thought she was the official chick.
Young Miami reportedly believes that the documentary places her in a damaging light, linking her to narratives that could permanently stain her reputation. And from her perspective, that's not just unfair, it's dangerous. So she sues. This lawsuit isn't just about money, it's about boundaries. It's about saying, you don't get to use my image to tell your version of a story I'm still trapped inside. It's about control in an industry that rarely gives women any. But here's the twist, suing 50 Cent is never quiet. The moment the news broke, 50 didn't hide, he didn't backtrack, he didn't apologize. Instead, he did what he always does, leaned into it. Social media posts, subtle jabs, the kind of energy that says, I said what I said. And fans, they picked sides instantly. Some say 50 is exposing truth, pulling back the curtain on a corrupt industry that's protected powerful people for decades. Others say he's exploiting trauma, using shock value and controversy for ratings. And Young Miami, she's caught between those two narratives, trying to stop herself from being turned into collateral damage. What nobody expected was how divided the conversation would become. People started digging up old interviews, old clips, old jokes she made on her podcast. They questioned her credibility. They questioned her intentions. And suddenly, the lawsuit wasn't just about footage. It became a referendum on her entire character. But think about it. If you were her, would you stay silent? Would you let someone else define your story while your career, your kids, and your mental health hang in the balance? Or would you fight back, even if it meant facing the wrath of the internet all over again? Because here's the part that hits hardest. Young Miami isn't just defending her name, she's defending her future. Brand deals, endorsements, opportunities, all of that can disappear overnight if the public decides you're guilty by association. And let's be real, the internet doesn't wait for facts, it reacts to vibes. As this lawsuit unfolds, the emotional toll is impossible to ignore. Imagine watching strangers debate your morality. Imagine seeing your past replayed with dark music underneath it. Imagine knowing your children will one day Google your name and see headlines you had no control over. That kind of pressure breaks people. Friends choose sides. Industry doors quietly close. Invitations stop coming. And even the people who claim to support you start keeping their distance, just in case. Young Miami has always been loud, confident, playful, but lately there's a heaviness in how she moves, a guarded energy, like someone who realizes fame doesn't protect you, it exposes you. And whether she wins or loses this lawsuit, the damage has already been done. The documentary is out, the opinions are formed, the narrative is moving whether she likes it or not. Still, this legal move sends a message. It says she refuses to be silent. It says she won't let powerful men use her image without consequence. And it says that even in an industry built on exploitation, some people are still willing to draw a line. But the big question remains, will it matter? Because history shows us that when women speak up, especially women connected to controversial men, they're often punished more than protected. They're doubted, dissected, reduced to stereotypes. Yet there's something different this time. People are watching more closely, asking harder questions, paying attention to consent, to context, to power dynamics. And that might be the one thing that gives this story a different ending. As the lawsuit plays out, one thing is clear. This isn't just Young Miami versus 50 Cent, it's a battle over who gets to tell the story and at what cost. So now it's on you. Do you think Young Miami is right to sue? Was her footage fair game, or was it a violation of her rights? Is 50 Cent exposing truth or crossing a line? And most importantly, should people connected to scandals always be held responsible, even if they were never charged with anything? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is far from over. The cameras are still rolling, the lawsuits are stacking up, and the truth, whatever it is still unfolding. And trust me, this story isn't done yet.